Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, and we are really just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. It's time then for one final race in this year's Formula One World Championship. 2010 saw 4 drivers in contention for the title coming into this race, with Sebastian Vettel prevailing to become the youngest world champion today. Is the one last sting in the tail awaiting us today? It's time to find out in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 16 corners here at Yas Marina Circuit, 7 to the right and 9 to the left. It's a total lap distance of 3.28 miles, 2 long straights and overtaking opportunities throughout the lap. And we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles per hour. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Sainz, Gasly, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Ocon, Tsunoda, Joe, Ricciardo, Sargent and Anthony. And now it's time to head down to the track. And we welcome Anthony Davidson to the commentary box. And these regulations, we're getting used to them now. Have they improved the wheel-to-wheel action out there? Now, I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? And apart from that, keep an eye out for anyone getting a good launch from the midfield. You see it happen from time to time, and it can really throw a spanner into the races of the quicker cars and push them into a more risky strategy.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. As the cars come back to the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. They'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that within the points.
That's a decent start, good job. Okay, we're currently in the back, that's last place. Sargent's ahead. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. You've got 20 laps left until the end. There's a new strategy available on the MF.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. This also means that there's no catching our leader anymore, and we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, for me it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It's another title in the bag for Red Bull after a long and hard-fought season. They've built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Great. They're happy to enter into negotiations with us. You're not currently in a rivalry. So